Alright guys, I'll do a story time while I'm cleaning this bitch. So, I guess it was last year, around June, probably beginning of June, late May. I had decided, fuck it, I'm gonna start an agency. Roofs had been slow, you know, I kind of wanted to do the entrepreneur thing. And so yeah, I've been on that, make an agency successful, because I tried e-commerce, stock trading, all kinds of shit, right? And none of it really panned out. And so it was like last year I started getting into Eman Ghazi. He's like super, you know, such a sales guy. He had put me on the agency business model for like months, and I watched all his videos and saw how he was doing it successfully. And so I was like, all right, oh shit, this is something I probably can do. And so yeah, I went all in, and or not all in, but I guess I just started the agency and started kind of learning about it and seeing what like the deal was, how you make successful, etc., etc. Setting it all up, called it Empire Development Agency. And it kind of was just like a back burner while I was selling roofs and stuff. I was like, okay, I'll slowly work on this while I kind of do my thing and see, let it grow and stuff. And then in July, he had this like course sale, you know, one of those mass events where it's like the whole purpose is just to sell you and get you like a quote unquote deal on the course. And so I totally fell for it and I bought it. It was like all close to $1,000 or something. It basically just shows you the exact business model and how to run an agency. Nothing special really. It was, I mean, it was tools, I guess, is what it is. I met some people on there, so I kind of heard their story, how they were starting out, etc. It was whatever really. But yeah, I had worked on this agency basically the rest of the year without making any incredible progress, I guess. Like I took some Discord calls with like some random group members there, and that was cool for what it was, but you know, nothing like money in type thing. So I was just kind of still trying to figure the business out, also while doing roofs and stuff. So then I had Joe. He was creating his own agency too, side by side, so that was kind of cool. Kind of be pushing forward on that every day, trying to make it work. And then I met up with Gus in November in Denver. It was so random. He just happened to be in town when I was in town, and I just happened to see a story, and I just called him, and I was like, yo, what's up? Like, had no reason to call him. I was just like, what's up? Let's hang. And then he was down. So we met up in Denver, started talking business, started talking life. And, you know, we're like, a lot of values aligned. And then he randomly messaged me on a day, and it was like, do you know anything about an agency model? And I was like, oh, funny story, I actually do. I've been working on one, sort of, for the last however long. And so we took some calls, you know, we're just kind of working while working on the business. He had started kind of his own at that time, and you know, we were just grinding basically over FaceTime, just like putting in the fucking like work that needs to be put into this shit to make it work. He had decided to move out here just to be in the environment and kind of switch up life, I guess, a little bit. And we had needed a roommate since we were kind of figuring out our living situation. It was uncertain, and then at the last minute, we're just like, fuck it, let's just renew the lease, stay in Kansas City, blah. And we were like, well, you already left, we need a new roommate. And then I was like, Gus, you want to fucking come down? He was like, yeah, fuck it. And so he did, came down, and then a few days in, we were just like, why don't we just combine our brain power and just work towards one organization? And that first week, we signed the biggest client we have to this day. It was just luck. It was one of those things where it was like, wow, no way that just happened. I'd been in talks with this guy in December, and then I just happened to have a meeting with his marketing manager that first week, and we met. He liked, you know, I didn't have anything to sell him. You know, I'm fortunate enough that he didn't really know either, but he liked us, he trusted us, and he was like, yeah, let's work together. Let's do it. So then we were doing their SEO for the first few months. not knowing that the whole reason they hired us was to get their CPC down, right? And I am so new at digital marketing that I didn't understand SEO had nothing to do with CPC for the most part. I got sold by this Indian, and so the Indian ran their SEO for like 2 months, and then we didn't hear from them at all. And then 2 months later, he randomly hit us back up. I knew more, and then at that point I knew, so I was like, all right, Google Ads, all right. And then we were running their Google Ads, and then we were able to get fantastic results. Like literally, it's actually insane. And it's like a huge account too, so we definitely lucked out on that. The first month, like I was like kind of taking it serious, dialing back from roofing, like my attention from roofing, you know, learning about running a business and all that shit. Anyway, at this time, there was still no roofing storm, basically. There was one in Bolivar, and you know, it was all right. It was a 2-hour drive, so it was a 4-hour thing at all times, and that was like the only work we had. And I was fortunate enough to like get the bare minimum for like my expenses out of that storm. You know, I basically was surviving, not thriving for sure. And I could have worked harder, 100%. I could have knocked more doors. I mean, tried my best for sure. And I knocked it as much as, you know, I possibly could at the time, and simply wasn't enough. So those first few months of the year were like basically just learning about how running this shit works. We had spent the first month kind of doing random shit like solar outreach, all that stuff like that we learned in the course, going through the course and really just learning the course. February we had kind of just gone all out on restaurants, just like calling all these restaurants, getting them in sales calls, pitching them and stuff. It's like restaurants have like the lowest profit margins ever, so it's like they're not the people to basically pitch on that, to be honest with you. Basically and then March ended up just, you know, kind of negative as well. I was fortunate enough to get like a $10,000 check from roofing, so that kept me going for those few months. But of course, you know, I had to figure out the financial situation very quickly. Gus had basically gone through his savings at that point, so it was like we had to make it happen. And miraculously, April 1st, I believe, we had gotten the solar client back. So the beginning of the second quarter, I remember we had got cash flowing again. We had met with some insurance agents later that month as well and put them on the books. And of course we had Miami, which was a huge financial mistake, but you know, it is what it is. It's just like, you can die whenever. I had planned that trip honestly way long before I was broke. I planned it in like January when it made sense. And then coming up to it, I was like, damn, I am completely broke. Like I had like $2K in my bank account or something like that. And I was like, wow, I can't believe I'm like this down bad. Because I'm not used to being that broke, basically. Yeah, I mean, that second quarter has came to a close, right? Yeah, second quarter has come to a close, and it was pretty positive. I think we did 6,000 that second quarter total, which is hilarious because we've done 6,500 in sales this month alone, but I'll get to that part later. So yeah, we're like refining our craft. We're kind of all over the place, taking calls, figuring out how to balance Muggsy in this and like the social media influencer thing. It's for sure interesting, just how it all played out. And then of course this whole time I'm also trying to like go to these roofing deals, get them estimated, handle the adjusters, insurance paperwork, etc., etc. So it's like, you know, my attention is demanded in many places, but I think I did a very good job at time managing there. It honestly never became too big of a problem. And you know, a lot of the time this year I just had a very unfortunate set of hands dealt with me. Most of the time the insurance came out, completely denied it. You know, they come back out, deny it again, come back out a third time, just still deny it. Like, you know, it's like I did like everything in my power to make these deals go through, and yet it was just not in the cards dealt for me. So I'm not very sour that like I'm as broke as I am right now, because truly did try my best. I believe that in my heart of hearts. You know, I've been literally not fucking off. Like every day, it's just work, right? I just show up and I put in work somewhere, whether it's roofing or Empire or whatever. I don't slack off. I don't take days off. I just keep working. And you know, money, I feel like, is almost a state of mind. It's like, it's not even real. It's just numbers on a screen. Numbers go to infinity, so whatever. But yeah, I mean, you know, Miami was a bad financial decision. I'll own that for sure. I shouldn't have gone to Miami. It is what it is. I enjoyed the experience, and I was glad that I was able to share it with people. And at the end of the day, I think that there's going to be an abundance of money coming my way anyway. You know, just a matter of time and work. So, where were we? Q2 came to a close. We did the bare minimum, but it was lit because it's like we can put gas in our car, we can buy groceries, and we can pay rent. So we're good. We're fed. We're moving. We're going to the gym. We can get to the gym. We can pay rent. Nobody's kicking us out of our house. So it's like, yeah, back to work. All right. Not really going out, anything like that, because, you know, obviously we just have other priorities. So yeah, we've learned a bunch at this point in sales and service delivery, marketing, strategy, you know, failure, obviously, talking to hundreds and thousands of people, trying to figure out where the money is, right? And that brings us into Q3, so the beginning of the month here in July. Literally, I'm pretty sure we did under 6K in Q2, and month 1 in July we've cleared 6,500. Now, how much I kept of that, we'll show you, so you guys don't think I'm like making a fuck ton of money, you know? It's like, still got bills to pay, you know what I mean? I mean, all in all, I see the trajectory. I see us going in a good direction. There's life in the company. Has total upside for sure. So what you witnessed today was 6 months, 7 months in the making, to be honest with you guys. It's not like I just woke up one day and was that much of like a baller, just scheduling these calls back to back to back like that. It was a lot of work figuring out like what to say. Am I saying the right thing? Am I providing value? Is this a fair price, etc.? You know, at the end of the day, all you can do is show up. Just keep showing up, keep putting in work. You know, running a business is not for the faint of heart. It's not easy. Nobody said it was going to be easy. So I've always believed I was running a business because, you know, roofing salespeople, you open up an LLC, you're like, yeah, I have an LLC, I'm a fucking CEO, business owner, what you know about me? But no, hell no. I have not understood what running a business is until this year, to be honest with you guys, because now it's like people are getting paid, money goes into my bank account, and I keep a fraction of it for sure. You know, gotta put money in other people's pockets versus the commission checks that are just like 100% profit. Like, oh yeah, all this, let's go. What you know about it? But yeah, that's been the journey so far. Now our lease is up. We boosted it 6 months back in when the first time it was up, and I was basically broke and had nowhere to go and had no idea what I was doing. But now it's up once more. So I'm like so over Kansas City. I really don't want to be here anymore, just to be real. But again, I have $100 and like 80 something cents in my checking account right now. So moving like that really is not an option. So basically, I signed a lease with Haley in Overland Park. I don't really intend to keep that lease, to be completely honest with you guys, because I am over this place 100%. And you know, me and Gus kind of tentatively, but definitely set a move out date of here into Miami for November. So, you know, end of October, no matter what, fuck it, we'll go be homeless in Miami. Not a big deal. So that's where my head's at, and that, to be honest with you guys. And yeah, hopefully I don't have to stay in this shithole much longer. So, also, good to note, there has been tons of storms in Colorado. like tons. Like basically everything I've been waiting for just hit Colorado basically this year. And so it's the real deal. People are making a ton of money. People have like joined 2 months ago and have already made 80K, right? Like millions in sales. And like even the newer guys are like already at 200K. And me personally, I have like 160 or something like that on the board, like a pro, and just like working this whole time. So, you know, makes me feel some type of way for sure. Mixed up shit. It's a bit of a paradox though, to be honest with you guys, because it's like, do I go chase the shiny object that's like guaranteed tons of money, or do I just keep building a business, right? Because it's like almost everybody knows building a business is hard. It just takes some time. You know, it's not like something you can just do just like that. But I just think I can make so much money in Colorado if I just commit my attention and time there for a few months. I can stock up my bank account, and I just like the opportunity cost. Like, I've already got the systems in play there, right? It's just finding the deal, running it, boom, everything's solved. Here, it's innovation. So, you know, it's quite the conundrum for sure to be deciding over. But, you know, I hope and pray that God gives me the wisdom to make the right decision, bring the fortunes, and help the people I care about. Because, you know, I've been self-proclaiming that I'm going to be a millionaire by 25. And I turned 25 in like 20 days or something like that. And I have $100 and something cents in my bank account. Like 9,000 or 10,000 in like the American Express card I have to pay off. 3,000 in the Discover It card I have to pay off. This truck has basically lost all its equity. It's really just gone down. It's 235x miles. One of the tires is missing. So, you know, this is kind of like, the forecast doesn't look so bright for me here. It looks very difficult. Of course, I'm not giving up by any means. I'm going to become a millionaire no matter what. If it happens by 25, great. All I can do is work furiously hard, as I do every day, to make that my reality. And if it doesn't become my reality, then it is what it is. I had to work harder. I need to self-reflect on my mistakes, stop making stupid decisions, and move forward, be better. So I just told the full story how Empire came to fruition.
You just told it?
Yeah. Do you have any commentary? Basically talked about quarter one. I talked about it through quarters. Quarter one, we're learning. Restaurants, just total bots. And then made no money whatsoever.
Quarter one, $2,000.
Yeah. I think $2,000 from that first month.
From January, yeah. And
Yeah.
then February, fat zeros.
Yep, March was fat zeros. We're just learning. Blowing through our savings. April comes. Sunsolar's back up.
Sunsolar's back on.
2K. Did we meet the insurance agents that month or the next month?
No,
And then we had
not even the next one.
basically just weird odd jobs here and there. Like Balavas probably paid us a little bit of money.
Yeah, they paid us like $350.
All in all, Q2 ended. June 31st ended with about 6,500 on the books.
For the Q?
Yeah.
For the whole quarter, 6,500?
Yes. So in 1 month on Q3, we've been able to replicate that.
Yeah. Q3, 6,500 through
So
25
far.
days, yeah.
We got 3K coming on the first, on top of the 6,500. And then more just random shit here and there.
We learned how to, we crafted an offer. We created an offer finally. In what, June?
Yeah.
This month, huh? It was like at the beginning of this month.
Yeah.
That's like
I would say we crafted an irresistible offer.
Okay.
We've always had an offer,
Oh.
but we've fine-tuned the irresistible offer this month, where it's a no-brainer. Like, bare minimum investment down. We only get paid when they get deals, you know, which could come back and bite us in the ass, but we're new, so whatever.
Yeah.
It's already been calculated. We're basically working, and this person we just signed up today, we're basically working for free. They paid $700. We have to pay Ashish probably like $400 or $500. And then we're gonna do a shitload of work for them. That looks like a drone almost.
Oh, it's a plane. Yeah, but that did.
So it'll be interesting for sure, but if we're able to take these guys from zero to making a shitload of money through Google Ads, then we have that proof that we can take anybody from zero, because we've sat in a good amount of sales calls. Oh, and we realized that basically all forms of advertising besides actually just like running ads ourselves are worthless. So we've acquired a customer in about, how much have you spent so far?
$350. Or me?
Yeah.
Me personally, like, or in total?
Yeah, you personally.
Like $50.
Okay, so we acquired a customer in $270,
Oh,
and they signed. And so that 270 is basically the profit, right? Minus $70. And so, but since then we have called endless amount of people, and we have sent endless amount of emails, just to have here and there nitpickers. But running ads, it's like the leads keep coming in. We keep keeps getting these meetings, and so, you know, that's where they come from. Like an endless amount of people keep meeting with us because we run ads. So it works for us. All in all, it's been an interesting journey for sure.
that's a way to start Q3 though.
Yeah, it is quite the way to start Q3. We came in swinging. July was hot. It was like 1,000 from the insurance agents, 2,500 for Sun Solar from running their ads, and then another 1,500. And the funniest fucking story ever, actually, because one morning, out of the blue, the guy I'm talking to, the marketing manager there, never responds to me ever. It's impossible to get him to respond. That's why we waited 2 months without getting paid. He takes that long to respond. We talked to him in Miami, which was April like
12th.
12th, 15th, something like that. And then I kept emailing him. I kept texting him. I'm like, do you want to know what we're doing? You guys are paying us, like, just so you know, like, we're getting money from your account and we're still doing work for you, believe it or not. But I haven't heard anything from him until, I think it was like last Monday, right?
Right, literally.
Last Monday, so July fucking something. And he's like, hey, CEO of this fucking 8-figure solar company wants to meet up with you guys and see what we're doing, get an update on everything. And I was like, speed, baby, I'm already ready, fuck you. So it's like, he texted me at 7:34. I just got a fat gym session that morning, so I was already sharp. And then I'm like 7:35 immediately. I'm like, all right, cool, let's meet. 9 o'clock work? He's like, yeah, that works. And then so we meet, and they gave us some transparency there. We got a lot of information from them, because we were telling people we can get about 20% conversion from running ads. So it's like, when it's in reality, it's 20% appointments. It's 20% appointments, 3 to 6% conversions.
Yeah.
We just didn't know. We were like, 50% of them are appointments, 20% are conversions, based off Google, right? So that was hilarious. And then in that call, we got that critical piece of information. And then we had mentioned building a landing page for them, and he was like, might as well. Like, he just like shrugged it off. I'm like, 1,500? He's like, yeah, why not? Like, just did not even bat an eye. I'm like, okay, great. So we built that for them. He still hasn't reviewed it, believe it or not. So we've sent all the stuff. It's already ready. We charged him anyway, but you know, we're broke, so it's like, yeah, it is what it is. But So that was a fat 4K alone from Sun Solar, which is lit, and then 1,000 for the insurance agents, which is 5,000.
Yeah.
And then Ashish got like $600 of that, right? Or 650?
650, yeah.
He got 650 from that. And then what else have we got? Badavas was 350, but it was a $750 contract. I think we paid $100 to one of the Indians to take care of it, and then last month he paid $400, and then I was running ads, and so that $350 was all Gus profit this month. And so what else is coming? So that's $535. Brandy paid $500, 850. So we got
That's,
5,850 accounted for.
Yeah.
So where's the remainder?
And then we just got 700 today.
Oh, 700, yeah. So we just cleared 700 today from that solar company. But honestly, $400 to $600 of that is going to Ashish. I'm going to negotiate him down as much as I possibly can. But yeah, Ashish is the boy, by the way. He's been fucking putting us on. He's hilarious.
So she's just getting flown out.
Yeah, Ashish is getting flown out. We're having
ASAP.
hookers and parties with him. He's fucking dicks. But that's where we're at. That is the update. This is gonna be like a separate video. This isn't a vlog.
No, I got you.
This is just gonna be like, I like putting the sauce in like the most boring videos. It's like this one's gonna be titled, and it's just gonna be like a really bad picture, like angle I had of me cleaning my trunk back there. It's just like cleaning truck and talking about life.
Yeah.
And then it has the full Empire story on it, and only like 12 people are gonna watch it, but then it's gonna be the 12 people that care.
0.7.
Yeah.
That's 7 months right there.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah.
And now we face the next difficulty, which is gonna be operating remotely.
Very true.
So instead of just coming downstairs and working, it's gonna be like a Zoom call. We gotta figure out schedules and stuff. So it's gonna be interesting for sure. This guy's bumping behind us. Savage. But yeah, we'll see where it goes. I mean, hopefully Empire goes to the moon. 5 years from now, people are watching this video and it's got like thousands of views, and we're just these whole characters. Prediction for
Business. I just want to do it for my own account, so I can look back at this video and see what I was right. But I don't like setting limiting beliefs either.
I think we can scale to 200,000 a month in 2 to 3 years, maybe sooner.
Just as fast as we get this exact system that we're implementing for Clean World Solar.
Yeah, we get from 0, so we understand 0 to 10K, and we understand 10 to 40K, and then it's like we're making people stupid amount of money here.
Yeah.
So it's like from that point, yeah, performance based, like,
It's gonna get gross fast.
yeah,
Good gross.
it's like 10K a month, and then we're taking like a K off, like deals. So hell yeah.